welcome back to Tess Speaks. So I've been getting so many questions from people like, Tess, you good? Tess, how is school? Tess, do you miss Nairobi? Tess, what's your roommate's name? Tess, is she nice? Just gonna answer all of these questions, and yeah, I'm just gonna give you guys like 4 days into my university experience out of Nairobi. So yeah, just stay tuned. Day one was Wednesday. So I remember waking up like at 4 a.m. and it was like, yo, you need to pack. And I remember I hadn't packed because the previous day now I had gone out with my friends for that picnic and then went out for drinks. I came back home late and I hadn't packed at all. So mom is like, okay, fine, pack, nini, nini, nini. So I packed and I was just like, oh, like the reality was dawning. Like, bro, you're leaving Nairobi now, Nairobi. So I was so like I was just trying to keep it together, but I could just like feel like my tears were coming. Like just the thought of it would just like make me cry. So at about 9, because we went with a matatu, because now my brother couldn't drop me, so we went to matatu. So I remember we were in the car with my sister, and my sister had to go to work. So she's like, okay, just give me a hug before you go. Man, I cried. Like, I was so like sad that I was leaving. Like, my sister's is the ultimate squad. So not being around her was just gonna be really hard. So I bet all the guys are wondering where I was going. Okay, I didn't mention that. I was going to school. I was going to Moi University, which is all the way in Eldoret. Yeah. So going to Moi was not my first option, and I was kind of running away from the idea of going to Moi since April. But as I'll explain later what changed my mind, let me continue. So we got into the matatu. And then we got to Eldoret like at maybe 4:30, and it's raining crazy. Like there is, oh my god, it's raining. I have like 6 bags, and I'm still sad, and my eyes are still like red because of like tears and everything. So I get to Mwe and there is mud, and I was like, no, I can't do this. I can't, like, no, I can't do this. And I remember like trying to walk around to get like trying to register before 5, but then eventually we were late, so then my mom had to sleep. And I remember going to the school cafeteria to eat, and I couldn't even eat. Like, I just stared at the food and I'm like, no. I was like, mommy, tomorrow you're going back with me. Like, I'm not staying here. I can't. Oh my, I was just like, I was in complete disbelief. Like, I couldn't, like, I said regretting, like, Tess, why did you even say yes? Like, ungenda to start more. Like, what's wrong with you? So, I come to the room, and oh, any person who has been to a public institution knows the hygienic conditions of such places are like fire. So I was just like, shit. So yeah, so that's day 2. Yeah, no, that's day 1. So my mom sleeps over because she can't go back to Nairobi because it's like 9. So she sleeps over, then wake up the following morning, and then we start to like go and register. Now public universities are big. Like, the distance from one building to the next is like 15 minutes of walking. So I'm walking, I'm still in like anxiety, and I couldn't even pick up anyone's phone call from Nairobi or like reply. Much running around trying to get like my stuff registered and everything. So this was Thursday, and I remember my mom was like, okay, today I have to go back, cause I have like to attend training the following day. So I was like, cool. So I was like, oh my god, my mom is leaving. Like, this is me by myself. So we finished registering, and then now I had to do shopping. So the place, like outside the university, there's like a market, and it's hella muddy. Like, this place rains every day. I don't know why, but it rains every day. The mud isn't even allowed to dry, so we have to go buy stuff from there. Cause now LD Town, for y'all who don't know, more universities before LD. So LD Town is like, and more is like, so yeah, so we had to do the shopping there and like buying food and stuff. And I remember texting my family on the group, and I know you guys can attest to this. I was like, Mimi munikuje tu kesho, because I'm going back to Nairobi. Like, I can't do it. And I remember all of them telling me, yo, just, you can do it, just give it time, nini, nini, nini. So yeah, so that Thursday, my mom was leaving with like the night bus. So I remember going for mass with her. So I wasn't going to like go for mass, but then a friend of mine just lost a dad. So then I thought like it's good for me to go for mass so that I can. So I went to church, and then after that, now we stayed outside, and my mom started telling us, okay, me and this friend of mine called Georgie. So she was like, oh, you guys come from Kianda and Strathmore, and you guys have 90% of the things the people here don't have. I don't know if that's a compliment, but yeah, just make sure that all this motherly things. And then we told her bye, and I just remember like tears fell. But then I was like, you know what, this is campus, this is going to be an adventure. And I guess that's just what it was. So day 3, yeah, this is not Friday. Now I was just like by myself, so like I woke up, went to have like breakfast. Then yeah, I finished up on my like registration, walking around, like seeing the buildings and everything, just like familiarizing myself with the surroundings. Yeah, it was like pretty chill. Saturday night, yeah, and that was it. Guys were going out and whatnot, but I just bombed in the house, in my room. I actually like bought shopping and like unpacked and like stacked this stuff you see. So I just wanted to make like my room feel like home, which I did. And yeah, so I cooked for the first time, and I unpacked, and I just like got to know my roommates and stuff. Also, my roommate is called Jimu, nickname for Jimu Tai, but she's called Doris anyway. So she's from LD. She's really like humble and chill and stuff. She's not as outgoing as I am. Yeah, and then Sunday I went to church in the morning at 7:30. So can you imagine? I don't go to church in 17 minutes. Like I feel like I'm losing weight. Like, bro. So I get to the church, we go for mass, everything. And then I get back to my room because I'm like, now I can finally sleep. Because having a new bed, it's really hard to like sleep on a bed that's not yours. I know you guys can delete. So I was so ready to sleep. So I turned in my tights, I'm ready. I just sent up a blanket like this. 5 people walk into my room. Yo, Tess, wake up, we're going. I'm like, but I haven't slept. They're like, no, Tess, we need to go. So we go to the falls. So there are falls next to our school. So Georgie here lost us.
Itabidi tumerudi all the way sasa. Not all.
Turudi tukakule kwanza alafu
And I just like met all these people, and it just felt, you know, like no one is like me, but you can relate with the people. So anyway, basically, where I'm sharing my whole 4-day experience with you guys, because this is definitely not easy for me. Like, I could have chosen to go to Strathmore, like solid. I was supposed to go to Strathmore, but I Strathmore is an amazing school, but I just felt like that's not what I was looking for in a university. And it's like really, it's like I can't even compare Strathmore and Moy. Like this, they're not even in the same game, so it's not even possible to compare these schools. But the reason that I'm telling you guys this story is just because if you're going to Form 1 in a school that's not in Nairobi, or if you're going to a secondary, yeah, that's Form 1. If you're going to university that's not in Nairobi, if it's abroad, if it's here, if you're gonna get a job outside Nairobi, like it's gonna be scary at the beginning. Like I've just shared how I was crying half the time, but everything is like an adventure, like you learn every day, and where you're going you won't be by yourself, and you'll definitely meet people you can talk to. And yeah, of course I miss home, and I'm probably gonna miss like a couple of turn-ups and techno miles, which ended up being shit, but I'm going to miss a couple of stuff. But for me, I'm just like, I want to grow up. Like I want to grow up. I want to learn how to live by myself. I want to learn how to meet people from different backgrounds. And like here right now, you never hear anyone talking English. Like you hear English with the teacher. You swear. Okay, not true. But people here are so different. You just can't be out here throwing your English all over the place. You get robbed. No, I'm kidding. But and the fact that I was in boarding for like a year, that's a random fact about me. I got to meet people of like different backgrounds and stuff. So that's kind of helped me and have low expectations of things. Because then I know not everyone I'm gonna meet will be from Kianda or Elsinja or Strathmore or Msongari. I'll meet people who've been in boarding half their life, people who've been in Kakamega all their life. But so it's okay to be scared, and this is a very bold decision from my end, and I don't know if I regret it 10 days from today or a year from today, but I just want to like do my best and just make all this an experience, and just like learn from being so far from home. So to all you guys up there as well, we all don't get from point A to point B using the same route. So it's fine if you have to leave the country, you're going to meet people, you're gonna meet new people. If you're gonna leave the county, that's okay, cool. That's cool as well. Anyway, so you guys, man, thank you for listening to my story time. If you know someone who's coming to my university or might come, please don't bring them. Just kidding. Yo, guys, venture into new things, do new stuff. So thank you for watching my video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you've not already subscribed, sijui unangoja nini. Also, if you have any comments, drop them in the comment box below. And yeah, welcome to university.